So I'm excited to be here today. This is a chance for me to share dreams with you all that I don't often get a chance to share. A lot of you all may have worked with me, and in lead certification, I'm a data jockey. I chase numbers, I chase information, I chase you all down to get my stuff that I need for the certification. But today, I get to dream a little bit. I get to talk about Cleveland's North Coast. I was sharing with someone that I was going to give this presentation, and they were so excited because they said when they think of Cleveland's North Coast, they think of the new Cleveland. They think of a place where all of the old things that were said about Cleveland are going, gone. And that when the people come to Cleveland, they will be shocked and amazed at what's going on here right now. So as we know, this summer, we'll have a few thousand visitors, to say it mildly, and they will be impressed. Now, I only have 15 minutes to talk about all of this that's going on in Cleveland, so I'm just gonna tip my toe in the water, but hopefully I will cause a ripple effect of thought for you that when you leave, you'll be excited about what's going on and what can happen in Cleveland. First, let me define a couple of terms. Sustainability, the infamous word sustainability. It means 11 things to 10 people, right? It's one of those words. For this talk, we're gonna talk about endurance. We're gonna talk about systems and processes. We're gonna talk about ecology. We're gonna talk about really the triple bottom line, but in a different way than we might typically talk about it. People, profit, and planet are the triple bottom line. So we're gonna talk about all of those, but in a slightly different way. The other word is ecosystem. So ecosystem is interconnected, interrelated. It is also used in business. Microsoft has started to steal the word, as Microsoft takes everything and makes it their own, and use it in terms of business and the interrelatedness of hardware and software. So we're gonna steal the word. If Microsoft can do it, we can do it too, and relate it to sustainability. Our boundaries are gonna be the Waterfront District Plan. On the north is Lake Erie. On the south is Detroit and St. Clair. We're gonna go from Edgewater Park all the way to Gordon Park. This is what excites everybody as the new Cleveland. This is what it looks like to me. These are images of different projects that have been talked about, planned, that are being organized, that are aspirational, that have already happened, some of them. This is LEEDCO's effort to put wind turbines in the lake to generate alternate energy with wind. This is the Metro Parks. They've already done the 55th Street Marina. This is Edgewater's new beach house that's coming our way soon. This is also the MC² STEM school, which is in the Great Lakes Science Center and has been there for 8 years. For 8 years we've had that resource, and it is going strong, and it is producing our leaders. These are sustainable rating systems for construction. Some of them you've seen, some of them you haven't. Fortunately for you today, I am not going to explain them all. So there are probably 15, 20 up there. I'm not going through them all. But I want to talk about why are there so many? There are so many because construction has one of the largest impacts on the environment, bar none. They talk about planes, trains, and automobiles all the time, right? Planes, trains, and automobiles are ruining our environment. 25% of the water consumed is consumed through the construction and operation of buildings. 30% of the raw materials are used to construct buildings. 40% of emissions are used in the construction, or emitted, in the construction and operation of buildings. 70% of the electricity consumed is consumed in the construction and operations of our built environment. But yet all we hear about is planes, trains, and automobiles, planes, trains, and automobiles, planes, trains, and automobiles. We need to talk about buildings. We need to talk about infrastructure. We need to talk about roadways, because if we don't change that, we won't stop climate change. That's my passion. We have to talk about the built environment. So let's get the gears going. What if we match the sustainable rating systems with all those projects that is in the waterfront plan? Could we create a sustainable ecosystem? Invest. We know that ODOT is doing the Sure Way. Invest is a rating system designed specifically for roadways and bridges. The Federal Highway Administration felt that there was nothing that promoted sustainability for roadways and bridges, so they developed this system. Envision. Envision is a system that was designed specifically for infrastructure. No vertical construction at all. You cannot certify a building using Envision. It's for sewer systems, it's for stormwater management, it's for roadways and bridges and highways. What if Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District decided to use the Envision system for the Easterly plant? Enterprise green communities, purely residential. You can't do an office building, you can't do an industrial site, you can't do a commercial building, you can't do a school, you can't do a courthouse, you can't do any of that using this system. The City of Cleveland and their green building standards allow you to use this system to certify residential. So what if we use that system and connected everybody? We now have about 15,000 people who live downtown Cleveland. So what if every unit went through this system, and so now they're connected into the ecosystem, right? They're green, they're sustainable. This is North Coast Harbor. There's a new restaurant going there, Nuevo, modern Mexican. They've already decided to use LEED. So it's already started to begin. We're already starting that ecosystem. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has signed on to Cleveland's 2030 district. Cleveland's 2030 district is an effort to reduce carbon emissions by 50%. I'm looking at Lisa. 50% by year 2030. Just in case I got my percentages wrong. By the year 2030. So one of our most notable structures right there on the lakefront has said, we're going to do this. This is my dream slide. These are walkways. In the plan, there are at least 12 pedestrian and bike access points to the lakefront. What if they were all green? What if they all used sustainable sites? What if we made certain that as people once again interact with that environment, we send them a message? Cleveland is a green city on a blue lake. And we have used this plan and blended it with sustainable certification rating systems to do that. Okay, so I'm cooking, I'm talking, I'm dreaming, I'm out there on the edge, I'm Miss Greenie. Ooh, Miss Greenie, Miss Greenie, Miss Greenie, right? So how could all of this happen? How could these dreams happen? How could we really create a sustainable ecosystem on the lakefront in Cleveland? It's already in the plan. Boom, how about that? You all thought I was just brilliant, right? I am, but it's already in the plan. All we have to do is make the decision to do it. And I think The rating systems that have been developed give us the tools, because there's several systems, to do this. There are 5 systems in the plan. The 5th one is sustainability, and that's what you see on the screen now. It deals with buildings, with energy, stormwater, recycling, transportation, education and policy, landscape, and ecological enhancements. If you know any of the rating systems I've talked about or you saw on the screen, all of them deal with that. All of them deal with that. We have the tools in the rating systems, we have the plan, and we have the projects. So I'm hoping that my dip has caused ripple effects in several different spots for you. And that when you think about a sustainability or a sustainable ecosystem, you dream of this. Isn't that the coolest thing? That's the best thing I've seen in a long time. And what I love about it is it has veins of green going through it. It's innovative, it's on the water, it's connected, but it's all connected through a green, sustainable ecosystem. I want to thank you for your time, and I hope from here forward, you'll think of those ripples